Welcome back to Roll Again. This is Haunted Heroes Campaign Session 2. I am DM Steve, and with us again we have Kay, who's playing Francis, the Dampier artillerist. We have Caleb, who's playing Rowan, the arcane cleric, Asimar. We also have Kira, who's playing Lupe the Scarred Wolf, and we have Megan, who's playing Cricket, the rambunctious alchemist, and we'll get to see more of her today as they join the party. So let's jump right in, session 2, and we pick up, and your party picks up right where you left off. The three of you, Rowan, Francis, and Lupe, you just woke up, and you've already had breakfast, and you stepped into the street to find that it's daylight. I believe Francis made a perception check right before we stopped session 1 last time, and found a sort of disturbing revelation. Francis, you want to kind of replay what your revelation was, if you recall? You guys did see a gingerbread man who apparently is the doorkeeper
there's no
to the
children
mayor.
around.
Yes, there's no children around.
I figured.
Which seemed a bit suspicious to you all for a town that seems to be strongly pushing the narrative of a family place to live. So we pick you back up. You're in the middle of the main street of Red Hawk. You just saw the little gingerbread man, like 2 feet tall, come out of the mayor's house and walk around, kind of check things out, and then he went back in and closed the door. And then I will leave it to the three of you right now, because you actually were starting a discussion kind of as what to do next.
To the doctor's office. We agree upon?
Yes, I would like to see whether this doctor is truly a doctor.
Okay. Hi. And we know the location to the doctor's office, right?
One of you, whoever wants to take a look around, give me an investigation, because you haven't really seen a sign yet.
I'll do it. 13.
13, okay. There's not a lot. You haven't seen any on this main road, but you do recall, as you came in last night, you think across from the Salty Squash Tavern, you kind of saw a side street, which could be another option.
Okay. I'll go to that side street.
Okay. Are you all going together?
I'm assuming so.
Okay. As the three of you are wandering towards where the side street kind of breaks off, you're walking back down Main Street away from the mayor's house in a north direction, kind of towards the way you came in a little bit, when all of a sudden you see a small person skipping up the main road towards you. A child, for all intents and purposes that you can tell, with white hair, pale skin, and her white hair is in 2 pigtails, and she is skipping up the main drag towards you. And Cricket, what do they see? What are the things that stand out about you as you're coming towards them?
That I look pretty happy to be in such a creepy place, and Crash is right next to me, my homunculus, and I say, "Hello, friends, Cricket and Crash at your service." And then I don't know, I guess nobody says anything.
What does Crash look like, Cricket?
Crash looks like a hound dog that I made out of bits of brass and whatever scrap metal I could find. And she's panting with her little metal tongue.
Oh, I love her.
Hello there, little one.
Hey,
Never seen anyone quite like you.
I followed Mr. Zildon's directions, kind of, because I don't like people telling me what to do. So I came in just 10 minutes behind you guys.
Oh,
Indeed.
I was watching you. And then you disappeared. And then I was like, oh, hey. And then he let me disappear too.
oh, okay. That's probably why we didn't see you last night. All right. Well, can I roll an inside check to see if she's telling the truth?
He did say he
Sure.
would send us further assistance.
I'm telling the truth.
Mm.
I got some kind of
26.
crazy letter.
Mm. 26. Cricket, do me a favor. Give me either give me a persuasion roll if you think you're telling the truth, or a deception roll.
Well, I'm going to do persuasion because I'm not lying today.
Right.
Emphasis on today.
Emphasis on today. I got a 16.
Okay, is that with that's total?
That's total. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Rowan, you have a pretty good eye for people, especially being a supernatural investigator. Yeah, I mean, she seems like she might be a bit of a troublesome little kid, but she seems to be telling the truth.
I make a mage hand. It goes to her to shake her hand. Well, you can call me Ward. Nice to meet you.
Or nice to meet you.
I tell her the entire situation we're in right now, and we're going to go see the town doctor. Yeah, I catch
Okay.
up on speed.
So here's the thing. You guys noticed that I'm like the smallest person around? Like, not just with you guys, but like in this whole crazy place.
We had noticed, yes.
So do you want me to stay like this, or should I try? I can do a spell to alter self if you don't think that it would be good to be seen with a little kid.
I think you're fine right now. Just stay close to us.
Yeah.
You might be the only child in this town, so.
For a town that likes to
Okay.
push the narrative of families. It's just
Just be on the watch for anyone giving you odd looks.
All right. Sounds good.
So yeah, well, off to the doctor's office.
You cut down through what seems really like an alleyway off of the main Silver Street, the Silver Road with the gold inlay on the sides. And as you step down the alleyway, it's also silver with gold on the sides. But after about 10 or 15 feet, it sort of loses a little bit of its luster, and then kind of goes to cobblestone. And kind of stays that way. And you do see there's a number of extra buildings here. A lot of them look residential or like cottages that perhaps the people of the town of Red Hawk live in. Basic cottages made, out of tree, basically like soft woods. You still are in a plains area. So they're made out of, some, it looks like wood frames and possibly mud that were kind of put together to make the walls, and thatched ceilings, things like that. So it's not by any means as luxurious as the main street, but still pretty nice little town. And you only walk for maybe 3 or 4 buildings in before you do see what looks like a 2-story residential cottage, but it does have a sign hanging outside that does have what appears to say healer. Pretty just standard. It just says healer, but then it has a picture of a tree above it with little gumballs in the tree.
I still have my legless disguise on, so I go up the door and I begin to knock.
you hear from the other side, hold it, I'm coming. And then you hear coming downstairs, and then some shuffling, and then and the door opens just slightly, and you see a little brown pupil staring out at you, and you hear a middle-aged woman's voice say, "Can I help you?"
Oh yes, I am Legolas Gasward, and these are my three other compatriots. I would just like to ask you a couple of questions about this amazing town you live in.
While he's talking, I'm gonna
She looks
steal
you-
a gumball.
Okay, it's just a sign. It's not real gumball.
I thought you said they were on the trees.
Yeah, it was the sign has a painting of a tree with gumballs in it.
I thought you said next to the sign. That's
No,
okay.
no.
I'm gonna lick the sign.
Okay. So, what's your? Oh, you have a child. You guys are a family. She widens the door. You should have told me. Red Hawk is a perfect place for a family. You've chosen a great town. I'm Addie Cartwright. I'm
Nice.
the healer here.
Well, nice to meet you, Addy. Nice to meet you, Addy. Yeah, like I said, I'm Legolas. These are my other companions. If it's fine with you, we'd like to ask you I would like to ask you a couple of small questions.
Sure. Come on in, Legolas. Come on in. And your friends too. The tall one, you can come on in, and the one with a strange mask on. If you want to keep that on, that's fine, I guess. And you bring your child too. Come on in, little girl. Let's just head right up the stairs. Down here is kind of my living area, but I do all my business upstairs.
Okay. As we're going up the stairs, I don't see anything around the house. Anything that should be in of our place or anything.
No, you don't. There's not as much. There's not the same candy decoration motif that you notice in the main street of the town. Here, it basically just looks pretty much like the inside of a standard house that you would have seen from where you come from, Rowan. But it has solid stairs going up, and as you go up, you see there's different standard decoration. If you really want to take a look, you can give me a quick investigation check.
Okay. 15.
15. Yeah, there's pictures and things like that hanging on the wall, and as you go up the stairs, and you'll see the handrail is fairly well worn. Looks like there's been a lot of traffic in and out over the years. So it seems that Addie's probably been the healer here in town for quite some time. And she ushers you guys up in front of her, and she says, "Just right up at the top of the stairs. Yep, just take a left." And the four of you walk in through the door to the left at the top of the stairs, and you find sort of like a little healer clinic to make the best of it. There's a softened long bench that someone could sit or lay on, and then there's some shelves that look like they have a number of herbs and tonics, possibly a lot of different things probably used in healing. You notice that Addie is a halfling, so she is probably not much different in size than Cricket, but she definitely looks like she's seen some years. And she has kind of brown hair pulled up into a bun, and she's wearing a frock that also has the same, it's pink, and it also has the same little tree drawing with the gumballs on it.
Hmm.
Frances is visibly more stiff. She does not care much for doctors, healers, or any of that type.
All right. Yeah. I have a couple of questions about this town. And how long have you lived here?
Oh, my whole life.
Cool.
Everyone has.
How long is that?
Well, that's kind of a forward question, young lady, isn't it? Do you often ask women what their age is?
Yeah.
She goes, okay, you little squirt, and she ruffles your hair and gives you a little lollipop.
Mm.
You'll understand when you grow up someday. And she says, I've been here, probably going on maybe my 42nd winter, this coming winter, if you must know.
Quite
Agnes.
young.
What is the most common ailment in this town? You must get a lot of business.
Not too much, actually. You'd think, it's a small town, and like I said, it's a very safe town, excellent for families. Red Hawk is made for the whole family.
Can I do a perception check on this lollipop before I eat it?
Sure.
Oh, I got an 18. Oh. +2.
20. It looks like a lollipop.
Okay.
As a doctor, what kind of medical procedure do you do in the town?
It's just scrapes, bruises sometimes. Occasionally somebody, catches a cold. Not too much. I have to say, I sometimes I feel a little bit overqualified. My cleric gifts are probably not needed for most things. To be honest, usually midwifery kind of falls onto me as well. Things like that. It's like I said, very safe. I'm sure, Legolas. I'm sure you and your little girl, your wives. I don't judge,
Not
but I'm sure that your little family here will have will really enjoy it here.
Are you a pediatrician too, or do you just treat adults?
Pediatric, is that like a foot thing?
No, it's when you're a doctor for kids like me.
Oh, I don't know. I'm the only healer here, so I kind of have to treat everybody, little girl.
Okay.
Have you delivered many children?
Oh, I mean, everyone who's been born here.
Hmm.
But how you deliver them though, since everyone been born and you're the only doctor here?
Yeah, I'm the only healer.
Okay. So what can you tell us about the mayor?
Oh, Lady Taffy, she's phenomenal. We owe everything to her. It's the reason that the town is such a great place for family.
So we've heard.
When's the last time you delivered a baby?
Would you like some tea, dear? I'll get you guys some tea.
No, I have a lollipop.
And
When she had
goes
that
over to a little stove.
when she had that pause, can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Okay.
Give me a roll.
10.
10.
I like to roll for perception. I'm thinking about it.
All right.
I'm assuming it's a D20.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with perception. It's a nat 20 plus 4. Modifier.
All right. Rowan, you didn't really, to you, it looked like she was just pausing, maybe thinking for a while and then just got lost. Francis, you rolled a nat 20 against my nat 1. So, and you guys are rolling against, I went out just for this Haunted Heroes campaign and got a brand new big DM 20.
Nice.
And it's a little creepy looking, and it's the
Yeah, I
one
don't
right
care
there.
for it.
So,
I like
Francis,
to pit it
your
against my
perception picks up-
D60s.
Nice.
Oh, D60s. I don't know what to do with. No, I have, as Francis, as you really start to focus in and, you've got you've got a keen mind, as we've mentioned before, so you don't forget many things, but also just you've had a long life as a high elf, and then after what's happened. Um, and so you can usually get a pretty good read on people too. And it seems less to you like she was lost in thought and more like she was struggled and then kind of set onto a new path.
Mm.
I go to the.
I can have some tea ready for you guys right this second, she says,
Oh.
and she was, feel free, just look around and I can prep anything you guys need. Is there any of you hurt or feeling kind of sick lately?
Oh no, we are. Oh, I am feeling fine. I go to the one with the mask, and I ask her in a whispering voice. So we just jump the question and ask about the children. I'm asking.
Sorry, sorry, I didn't hear you.
I asked you. Should we just jump the question and ask about the children?
I mean, we can.
Oh, oh,
It seems like her mind might be fuddled. What? Yeah. I mean, why not just go for it?
This could trigger something. But yeah. All right. Where is she right now? In the kitchen? What were you saying?
Well, it's one big room. It's really
Oh.
one big room, but there's like a little pot-bellied stove in the corner that she's setting a little pot of water on.
I get a little bit closer to her and ask her. So, since Red Hawk is great for the whole family, I have noticed there's no really children here, not in school.
Oh, there's plenty of children. It's great. This is a family place. There's all sorts of children all over Red Hawk.
Then where are they? Many of there's no schools.
Well, I mean, it depends on their age. I mean, there are, we have tutors and things, but most of the kids like to help out in the field and around town and kind of apprentice with their parents until they get a certain age. And then, if they want to move on, sometimes, we'll have like a traveling school, tutor that'll come through and teach the kids. But yeah, there's plenty. It's probably just that they're so well behaved, you barely noticed them.
when was the last
yes.
time you saw a child? Aside from this one here.
That's a nice child. You're pretty well behaved too, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I
I want to roll to investigate her medical setup here and just see if any of it looks used or interesting or.
Sure.
Okay. And that is a 13.
It,
I'm on an online dice roller again.
that's fine. It does seem like you have. I mean, it seems like things you recognize. It's probably not as academic as what you're used to, Lupe. As an arcane physician, it's like comparing a small country doctor to a cardiologist.
Okay.
Right, your knowledge of healing is much higher than hers, most likely, and it seems like she's taking it from more of like a cleric standpoint as a healer than is as much knowledge base that you've really gone into it. But the stuff does look like it's been used, and it is stuff that you recognize as legitimate legitimate healing components.
She's probably telling the truth about there being scrapes and bruises and the like in this town. But I think the most worrying thing is that she cannot say a thing about the children.
go to her and say there could be some type. We should be looking for a doctor log, just in case.
Ah, yes, I will look for one.
All right. And I tell her. I write something down in my notebook and I show her. I'm gonna call distraction with cricket. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I go to cricket. I get on my knees like cricket. You wanna play a game?
Yeah.
How good of acting are you?
What?
How good of an actress are you?
Pretty good.
And I cast prestidigitation. I cast presentation to give off a bad smell, and use a little bit of my disguise kit to make her look sickly a little bit. To act sick, okay. Oh no, Cricket, are
dear.
you okay?
Oh, sweet girl, are you okay?
No,
Oh,
I
no.
have
You don't look so great.
It might be
My
something she
nose-
ate.
my nose is stuffy and my throat hurts.
Doctor, what can you do for her?
Did that lollipop settle not so good with you?
Yeah.
It's not, it's honey and eucalyptus. Most kids like that, but maybe you don't.
That's
Is that?
Crash.
It seems like your little metal dog is not feeling great either.
Yeah, I gave her some of the lollipop.
Oh boy, that's probably not good for her. I don't really specialize in her, but for you, I could take a look. Here, take a seat right on my little padded bench here.
All right. As she checking out Cricket, I am helping the doctor with her examination with her. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cousin.
I'll
Yeah.
assist Lupe in looking around for a doctor's log.
Sure. You don't see a log. I mean, she probably knows everyone in town by face and things like that to begin with. You don't take. Doesn't seem like Addie is really the note type taking person. But you notice that there's a couple like scratches of paper that she's got like half of a recipe on. You see some like herbs written down on it, or like boil mint leaves such and such for so long written, and it's kind of left all over the place. She's not super organized. You do see there's kind of a pile of some notes in the corner of like her workbench area where most of her stuff is kept, and there's some books mainly on also herbs and cure. There's a few low-level spell books on healing, on different healing magics, and they're kind of stacked up as well. Francis, what's your passive perception?
Let me take a look. I know I have it written down here somewhere.
What's your wisdom? That's right. What's your wisdom?
It's a 12 plus 1.
All right, so 16 is going to be your passive perception. So you have a pretty high passive perception. So even when you're not looking for something per se, your eyes trained to kind of catch things. You catch the kind of glint from like a silvery thing behind a stack of books on the desk.
I'm going to, as inconspicuously as possible, try to get a better look at it.
Sure. As you kind of push the books aside, it looks like laying face down under the stack of books, kind of pushed behind them, is a picture frame.
I'm going to check over my shoulder and make sure she's not aware that I'm looking through her stuff.
She's got a little stick. Say ah.
So she's really occupied.
There you go. Don't drool on my stick. Okay.
So I'll pick up the picture frame, look at it.
Mm-hmm. It is a picture of Addie. Not too much younger than she is now, even. And it's with her and a male halfling and what looks like 2 halfling children.
Hmm.
I don't feel like I should bring this up to her the way she replied to the whole child question where brains seemed to just derail completely. So I'm just going to make a mental note of it and bring it up to everyone, to we'll bring it up to everyone later.
Okay. Okay, well, she kind of waves her hand. She kind of waves her hand, Cricket, and kind of touches your shoulder, and she casts Cure Wounds on you, and says, "How do you feel now?"
Oh, I feel a little bit better.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
I would maybe stay away from sweets for an hour or two. I know it's hard because there's lots of sweets in town because this is a great family place. But you should,
Yeah, I
you know.
had breakfast.
Oh, okay. So a lollipop for breakfast probably did make your tummy feel bad.
Breakfast
All right.
is the
Well,
breakfast of champions.
How did you become so good with children?
Well, I told you. I mean, I'm kind of the only healer for the whole town of Red Hawk. So, you know, I deal with kids, adults, babies, old people. That's kind of I gotta be a jack of all trades, as if they would say.
I like you.
I like you too. Hey, your metal dog is chewing on my chair leg.
Yeah, she does that.
all right. Doctor, are you the only one who? Is it just you living in this house? It's a bit of a big house just for one person.
It is a town for families. Well, do
It
you
is a
have
town
one
for
yourself?
families. And then she looks around. Yeah, I get it's just me. I guess it's just me. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Doctor. I'll make sure the mayor will know your excellent service to us and to this little girl. Thank you. Rowan's gonna go outside.
Okay. Bye, Legolas.
Alright. So we're all leaving, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can say.
Yeah.
You think?
All right. So you guys exit out the door, down the little two front steps. There's a little white picket fence in the front yard. I mean, it really is nice, kind of small towny. And you go through the little white picket fence, and you're standing out on the cobblestone street.
I'll let them all know what I found regarding the picture frame. She apparently did have a family at one point, and 2 children and a husband. And seems that she's completely forgotten them. People don't just forget loved ones. It's not how people work. It's not how
Yeah.
mortals work.
As she give me this information, I'm thinking, did I know it's like a wedding ring on her finger or anything?
You didn't, but that's not uncommon. Wedding rings. I mean, your knowledge, you would know. It's usually that's something that's kind of a privilege for the wealthy, maybe more so.
All right. Okay, well, I guess we'll go.
I don't think she was malicious though. I think she was a nice lady. But I think she's confused or enchanted or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something, young one.
I think it's time we see the mayor and try to solve this missing children issue.
Great. Okay, so I go in, distract her. Which one of
I
us is
have
gonna
time to
keep
put together some kind of invisibility spell of some kind. Is that possible? 'Cause I know.
Yeah. Do you have invisibility?
Not currently. I was gonna see the night before if I could put an invisibility spell together so that I could slip in unnoticed.
I was gonna do alter self if we're gonna see Mayor. Because she could be the one doing everything. We don't know. And I don't want to be turning in gingerbread.
We don't want you turned into gingerbread either.
No.
I would be very delicious.
Probably pretty sweet. Cricket, you can change your body. Well,
Yes. I can do alter self and I can be a little bit taller and I can look different.
Honestly, I don't trust the mayor if she sees an actual child here in town or sees you. She may want to do that. You could probably be my assistant. I'm going to tuck in there, talk with the mayor, unless you want to go snoop around with the others.
No, I'll go in with you as your assistant. Wait. Ooh, ooh la la, I look like a fancy lady.
All right.
I can't do it.
Okay. Do you have a cover name?
Yes.
All right.
Hmm.
All right, cool. Cool. What's your cover name?
Christine.
Christine. Perfect. All right. So
That's a fancy
me and
lady.
Christine go in there, sneak into talk to the mayor.
Okay.
While you two Francis is going to sneak in and look around. What about you?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the one in the mask.
Lupe?
I am thinking of using my zone of truth when we go to see the mayor.
So
Oh,
you-
nice.
so all three of us will go talk to the mayor while she's sneaking around. All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so you guys approach the town hall cottage. It's at the end of Main Street. And it looks the same as how you left it last night. Candy cane handrails up the 3 or 4 steps onto the porch. Everything has, lollipops decorating it. As you get close to it, it looks like it's almost adobe, but as you get closer, it looks like it might actually be frosting on the sides of the walls, and the top is shingled with some kind of brown shingle substance that looks like some kind of brown substance that's shingling the top roof. So you step up onto the porch, and it's Rowan, you, Cricket, and are both of Lupe and Francis. Are you both with them, or are you kind of hiding?
Stays with us, but Francis went around, right?
Before Francis leave us, while we were making our way over there, DM, can I use my power of prestidigitation to make like fake candy or something?
Fake
Sure.
candy. Yeah, you could do fake candy with
I
it.
make
It would-
like about 6 pieces of fake candy, give it to Lancis. So if she needs it, she can make a trail or something, so we know where she is or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I give it to her before she leaves. All right.
I want to eat frosting, but I'm a fancy lady now.
Hey, Cricket, did you just disguise yourself, or did you use your spell?
I used the alter self so I'd be taller.
Okay.
And then I put my
you look
hair-
like an adult.
Oh,
Okay.
fancy. Ooh la la.
Who's gonna knock?
I will knock.
I will knock too.
So the little peephole opens, and you see the all blue eye surrounded by brown. What do you want?
Oh, we are here to see the amazing, lovely lady, Miss Taffy. I would like to give her a great pitch idea I had to make the town even better.
Mayor's busy. She looks at you. She looks at your assistant. She looks at Lupe. Mayor's busy.
We heard that this
Come
was a
back
nice
later.
place. We heard this was a nice place for families, and we have some children that are back at our travel site, and we're wondering what we could maybe do with them.
Yes.
Come back with your kids. Click.
I tried.
Roar, 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 roar. That's Crash.
Oh, we
Who's-
forgot about Crash.
Decided to bark.
Crash, be quiet.
Perhaps we should try again with Cricket's disguise dropped.
Oh, no. I'm so worried.
We'll make sure you're all right. If
The door
anything
opens.
happens,
The door
cut them all.
opens
Wait,
and a 2-foot gingerbread man comes out. I thought I told you, beat it.
you're
don't need any-
adorable.
We don't need any loiterers around here. The mayor's busy. Come back with your family if you want to talk family.
Well, this
Now-
these
Get to
Hey,
get
wait a minute. These all technically all my family. First of all, you're so rude. First of all, and I don't think the mayor would like the first person I met here to be so rude to someone who wants our family here. Come on now.
rude. You're the one on my doorstep soliciting. There's no soliciting. And he points to a little sign next to the door that does actually say no soliciting. It's spelled out in gummy worms, but it says no soliciting.
Oh, shit.
we should probably go and reassess our game plan.
Alright.
Because I have an
Alright.
idea.
Did
And
he leave the
turns-
door open?
No, he closed it behind him. He turns and he pushes you, Rowan.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it doesn't move much. It
Okay,
doesn't move
okay.
much. The new DM dice wasn't with me.
Christ.
It doesn't move you much, but it does. It's an angry push. And he's like, now get to stepping,
All right.
salespeople.
Alright.
Salespeople.
As we
fine.
as we walk off, I turn to Rowan and ask him, does your prestidigitation allow you to say, make the sound of a child playing?
Unfortunately, that'd be on the power of precipitation. It doesn't make human noises like children.
Yeah, that would be more thaumaturgy
Oh,
than
I have that.
prestidigitation.
I thought
But we tried-
thaumaturgy was more miraculous. Okay.
Will we try again and say that the healer sent us?
I'll use my thaumaturgy to do it. I just want to see what happens.
I want to switch out one of my spells with detect thoughts. It requires concentration up to a minute. Because I'd like to see what this guy's thinking.
You can only switch spells at when you take a long rest, like overnight when you're
Okay.
sleeping.
All right.
But if you make a note for it, like when you guys sleep or a long rest this coming night, you could swap stuff. You can prepare different spells.
All right.
Yeah, thaumaturgy is kind of more that, Lupe. You can do like sounds and like small stuff, make the wind blow. Prestidigitation is like, it's more like magic tricks kind of stuff, like, illusion, like making little pieces of candy, stuff like that.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and make it sound like there are children playing down a side street.
Are we still like right from the house
Okay.
once you're doing this, or
Oh yeah, we can duck down somewhere where we can watch without
Yeah.
being seen.
you
I
get someone on
can
the
have
side
Crash try to bite that little gingerbread man's leg,
or eat them?
but I don't think we want to make such trouble right away.
We'll wait. We'll hold off
How-
on biting his
how-
leg a little bit.
How close are you guys to the mayor's house when
Let's
you're
try-
doing this, Lupe?
Let's try to get like 20 feet away. Cause I don't want the gingerbread man to see us and then no children.
Yeah, I would do it. I don't know. Is there a good place like 50 to 100 feet away, maybe?
How far is the tavern from the mayor's office?
Actually, thaumaturgy is only a range
tavern?
of 30 feet,
Yeah.
so I need to make it at least within the
The
sound needs to
tavern's
be
about
within
50 feet down the street. It's about 2 or 3 buildings away from,
Okay.
probably 2 buildings away.
Okay. All right. I kneel down to my lovely assistants. Cricket. Okay. We may need to
I'm
look
tall
away.
now.
Yeah.
I'm
He
a
is
30.
tall now.
I'm looking at my
That's
lovely assistant.
okay.
My lovely assistant. We may need to become a bit of a child. Feel like we're not gonna get in there. We're actually using force or something like that.
Okay. I had a whole hour, but that's fine.
Cricket, what do you, before you switch, just to tell us what, give us a better visual, what do you look like in your disguise as Christine?
I have my hair up like a lady and glasses and gray clothes because adults dress boring and big shoes. The
Okay.
long gray skirt and big shoes.
Okay, when she changed back to a child form, I'm gonna make her smell like roses. 'Cause, like she still got a bad smell on her.
All right. Oh, now I feel like me again.
All right. Thaumaturgy you can do, Lupe. It only has a 30-foot range.
Yeah, so I'll go 30 feet away and make it sound kind of right outside the mayor's house.
Okay.
But I'll duck behind. I don't know. Is there something I can duck behind so I'm not seen?
Sure, sure. I mean, there's like, you know, street lamps that at the top look like lollipops. And there's also like, you know, like there's a couple benches, there's, you know, parts of porches from buildings and things that you could probably kind of duck behind something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Okay.
can I do a history check before we go in?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for, I want to know how long she's been mayor.
Okay,
No.
you probably, that's not a history that you would know because you're new to this area.
Okay. Then I'm going to eat all the icing I like off of her house.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You ever saw that mystery? You ever saw
Um,
this mystery? I seen you on.
So Lupe kind of hides and makes the noise of children. To which, after about a minute, which is about as long as it lasts anyway, the door opens and a little gingerbread man steps back out and looks around to see Cricket licking the side of the mayor's building, trying to eat the frosting adobe that the mayor's building is made out of. And
Yeah.
goes, hey, you, hey there, little girl.
You're adorable. I'm going to eat you right up.
You're adorable. Hey, you don't eat me.
I am behind.
You're adorable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, no.
I am behind Cricket, not too far away. So like, hey, this is my child. So
That's my dad.
You know, hey, even for an elf, I've heard of some low down things before, but now you're using your kid to try to sell stuff door to door. Like that's pretty low. Okay, solicitation is solicitation, even when you're using children.
I ate the gummy worm ass, so now it just says elicitation.
oh, that
We're
sounds
not
sick
telling
differently.
anything. You told my dad to come back so we could find out about school and things for families.
Yeah, and I got my youngest child too.
Okay, well, the mayor is in a meeting right now, but hold on a second. He goes in, closes the door, and you guys wait for a couple minutes, 3-4 minutes. It's not too long, but it's a little bit. And then door opens and he sticks his little gingerbread head out and he says, Lady Taffy would like to host you for dinner this evening.
Oh, perfect. What time exactly?
Oh, don't worry. You'll know when it's dinner time. You'll hear the dinner bell, and it points up, and there is a dinner bell. Um, it's made out of sugar candy, but there is a dinner bell.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And what is your name?
I'm the gatekeeper. You keep that in mind, and keep your nose clean between now and dinner. No, and he points to the sign. No Alyssa Tate. No selling things. And he goes in and slams the door.
Are
Alright.
are they gonna eat us for dinner, or are they gonna have us? Are they gonna feed us, or are they gonna try to eat us?
As I'm walking away, probably both. All right. Go to Leo's.
All right.
They're not gonna do either if I have anything to say about it.
All right. So I told them we got an invite to dinner. Basically, well, me and her did. But all right. So,
Lupe,
Not sure.
were you gonna do truth on the
What?
the
On the mayor once we get inside.
oh, but not on the on the gatekeeper.
Nah, not worth it.
Okay.
all right.
If he tries to eat me, I'm gonna eat him. I'm gonna feed his legs to Crash.
I think you should do that
Slow down.
anyway.
I know he's so cute.
I bet he's tasty.
Listen,
Well,
It
he
he
could
gives
be
me the
somebody's
creeps.
child.
By all means, eat him.
can give you a couple milk to go with that gingerbread man.
Yeah.
So I guess we go back to the tavern and we wait. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, and then we could do plan.
DM is when I saw the gingerbread man, the gatekeeper. Was his bite completely made out of big really of cookies, right?
Yeah, he legitimately looks like a gingerbread man, 2 feet tall.
I have a dumb idea. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the tavern and meet with the barkeep.
Sure.
And get as much milk.
Exactly. The shit goes bad. Pour that milk now, guys.
While you do that, I'm gonna head up to my room and do a rest so I can switch out some of my spells.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say you have enough time. It's still not even noon. You guys you just woken up, and by the time you went over and met Addie, but that didn't take a whole lot of time. So I would say it's still late morning. So yeah, if you're not going to be doing anything else, Francis, you could have enough time to go up and meditate and possibly prepare new spells.
All right. Because I have some ideas that might be beneficial to
Sure.
our cause.
Okay.
I think
The other 3 of you walk into the Salty Squash. Cricket, you've never been here before, but it is a tavern. There's people sitting around drinking, eating.
I'm gonna have a whiskey.
There is a bartender. He is an orange tiefling who is standing behind the bar, much in the same place he was last night, Lupe and Rowan. And Kronik is wiping down some glasses, just like he was last time you saw him. You don't see the barkeep, the bar back, the human female Noel, who you had talked to last time. You don't see Noel, but she could be around someplace.
Okay. I said we told you don't see her. All right. 3 things. Oh, 3 things. 1, do I see that cat around here?
No, you don't see the cat right now.
All right. I'm gonna go to the barkeep. So, hey, what was it? So 2 things. How much is a jug of milk here?
A jug of milk. Well, I could probably. We don't have a whole lot of goats around here, but I could probably get you a jug of milk for say 6 or 7 copper pieces.
7 copper pieces. All right.
It might take a little bit though. I'm gonna have to find Noel, that no good, you know, run. She's always running around here causing trouble anyway. I'm gonna have to find her and then have her go find a couple goats and collect it. But I can give me an hour or two. I'm sure we can get some milk.
Cool. And when you do get some milk, I'm gonna cast presentation to make like a flash of something for him to put the milk in. Yeah.
How much would it be for an empty flask?
He looks around. Yeah, he says, Rowan. He says, I don't need it. I got jugs of my own. He looks around. Oh, hey there, little girl. He kind of looks over the bar at you. His orange skin. He's got his little black goatee and his little black horns popping up. He looks up and he goes, "Hey there. What's a little kid like you need a flask for?"
Water and milks.
Okay. And he looks down, he looks around, he kind of fumbles below the bar within a few things, and he pulls out it's like a carved wooden flask, and it has a little bit of like tin on the edges of it. But it's worn and old, but it's empty, and he kind of double checks it, closes it back up. He goes, "Here you go. You can have that. Look, it's got the Salty Squash logo on the side."
Thank you.
See, Legolas, I had a good feeling about you. I knew you were a family man.
No, oh yeah. Speaking
Red
of
Hawk
family,
is made for the whole family. You come to the right place.
I know I have. But I couldn't help noticing that I don't see any other children here.
I want friends.
Sure you do. They're all around. They're well behaved.
Okay. Who's the youngest? Do you know who is like the youngest person here? How old are they exactly?
I don't know. My kids grew up a long time ago. But there's usually I'm tripping over them. I don't know. There's kids. Probably babies. I don't know. I don't keep up with that. The people come in here for dinner or for drinks. They're not really talking about their kids.
So there's no like playground or school or anything.
No, like I said, we sometimes there'll be a traveling school person that comes through town, and in which case they'll throw a class together for a few weeks. But right now it's summertime anyway, so the kids are really just kind of helping their parents out usually.
See, I told you, no school for me.
Okay.
That's
Remember,
right.
you still gotta
No
read
school
all your
for
books
you.
and stuff. All right.
What's that? And why is he shooting oil on the side of my bar?
Oh, sorry, that's my puppy. His name's Crash.
Is
I
he
can clean
not
up.
house trained?
No. Just be glad he didn't eat it. But I can clean it up.
Okay. He just gives you a rag.
I go and clean it up, and then I tell Crash to wait outside.
Okay.
Hey.
I would die for Cricket and Crash. I love you guys so much.
Where's your Gauss's name? Where's the girl from last night? The one who was going all through and cleaning up.
No, she's around here, so she's probably in the back doing inventory. I pay her to work, so half the time she does that.
Is she gonna milk the goats?
Yeah, as soon as she pops her head out from wherever she's hiding or trying to take a nap, I'm gonna send her for the goat.
You don't mind if I talk to her about something like that? I think she lost something, and I think I found it.
Yeah, I don't care as long as she's still working. I don't pay her to have long conversations, but as long as she's, you don't hold her up too long, it should be fine. You guys need anything to drink while you're here?
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm good.
Your masked
Somewhere
friend
outside.
doesn't talk a lot.
I do not.
He kind of looks a little bit under, trying to look at it, and he goes, you don't take that thing off?
No.
It doesn't seem very comfortable.
Comfort is not the reason I wear it. It is for anonymity.
Ah, you owe people money. I get it.
Not exactly, but I am a healer who does not take credit for her healing.
Ah, okay. So it's like, all right, well, I mean, we only have Addie. She's the healer in town. We only have her, and she takes plenty of credit. I mean, everybody kind of knows, from birth to the grave, if you got something you need healed, it's Addie.
Mhm.
Before I go look for what's his name, I asked the guy, so did Addie have like a family or anything? I noticed it's only her in the house. Was she married or anything?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure she is. Everybody has families. I mean, it says Red Hawk's a great place for families. But I'm pretty sure she has kids.
Do you know
I think
their
so.
names?
Yeah.
Do you know her husband's name or their name? What's her last name? Mrs.
Cartwright. Cartwright's her last name. Addie Cartwright.
I roll an insight check on when he
What did you want to drink?
Something
Milk.
with cherries.
Yeah, get the look at what she wants.
Okay. He goes, he pours.
Also, instead of cleaning up the oil, I just spread it around, but they don't know that.
He pours you a glass. He puts it on a empty glass mug. He pours basically what's like orange juice, a little bit of like honey, and 2 cherries in it, and just kind of pushes it across to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, little girl. Legolas, I knew you were a family man when I first met you.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go. If it's okay with you, can I go look back for the barmaid? Is that cool with you?
Yeah, she should be around in a second. I mean, if you want to take a seat or hang out, I'm sure she'll pop up around here soon.
I'll take a seat and I'll just wait somewhere.
He goes on with his business. There's a few other people in the bar, and he kind of is taking care of them. A few minutes while you're waiting, Addie comes in. And
I'm gonna
says,
go outside with Crash and just see what happens if a kid is just there with her dog.
Sure. You go out to see Crash, and you pass Addie, who is coming in as you're leaving. And Addie's like, "Oh, hey there, little girl. Good to see you. Are you feeling better?"
Yep.
Good, good. You're staying in. You're not. You still staying away from sweets for a little bit.
No.
You have frosting on your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
Thanks, Mrs. Cartwright.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And she walks on in. Kronik. Why don't you set me up for lunch? So it's a slow day right now, and I got to eat. So, anything you got going on, stew, whatever you got back there, I'll take. And she sits at a table.
So she didn't react to her last name.
No, she reacted anyway. Most people, she just said, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
And Kronik waves at her, goes, "Yeah, I got you, Addie. I got you." After about 5 minutes or so, he brings a bowl of stew over to her in a glass with something in it. And then he heads back to the bar. It's about this time you see Noel coming out of the back door behind the bar, kind of probably where the stock room is, most likely. And she's got a box in her hand, and she comes in and puts it down behind the bar. She goes like this. She kind of wipes her forehead. There's not really any sweat there. And Kronik just goes, "You don't have to overact. Like, we know you were probably napping back there. You weren't breaking a sweat. There's nothing in the stockroom to break a sweat over." And she just looks at him and she goes, "You don't know that. You don't know what I do. You don't pay me enough for everything I do around this stupid bar." And he's like, "Well, make yourself useful." And he throws a rag at her. He goes, "Wipe down some tables." And so she goes out and starts wiping some tables down.
I go to Lupa, the one with the mask.
Lupe,
Right.
yep.
Yeah. And I'll ask her. Just they could be on some type of enchantment. I can probably put. I could probably break it. Or to the bar, to either the barkeeper or the barmaid. Which one should I go for?
I would go for. I would say go for Chronic. Addie has shown herself to be a little neurotic, and I would not want her to cause a scene.
All right. I am okay. Cool. So I walk up to Cronus. Hey, Cronus, would you like to see a magic trick?
It's Kronik.
Cronus.
Kronik, Legolas, but it's okay. We're still new to one another. I get it.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just hanging out here trying to run a business. What do you got for a magic trick?
All right. So, I take my left hand, right hand.
Mhm.
I extend my right hand. And I'll do like a handshake. As I am shaking his hand, I am taking my index finger and I am scratching the inside of his palm, and I am casting protection from good and evil on him.
Okay, protection from good and evil. Let me see how that works, because I think you can protect, but I don't know if that will actually help or do anything to him right now. So let me check that.
And Jessica, if it fails, I'm gonna leave like 2 gold coins in his hand.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a roll. What's your DC?
Oh, my spell DC 15.
That's a 17. Straight 17, no modifiers.
No, that's not waste.
What do I know from my studies about mind altering or memory altering magics or curses?
You give me a medicine, either a medicine or arcana. I'll leave it up to you, Lupe.
Let's see, medicine or arcana's a little better. So 20.
All right, 20. Yeah. There are magics and there are creatures that, can alter people's perception, people's behavior, things like that. So, it's not something unheard of to you.
Do I know if it's a curse?
Um,
I'm trying to decide if I want to use remove curse on someone.
you don't know.
I don't know.
You
Okay.
don't know.
I will pull Rowan aside. Rowan, I have a spell to remove a curse. I don't know if it will work on this memory altering spell they seem to be under, but I could try. What are your thoughts?
my theory is correct. Everyone's on some type of chat, man. I just tried something. He overpowered the spell, so give it a try.
All right.
Also, we'll come up to a dead end.
Hold on. I have another thought as well.
All right, so before you decide who you're gonna try to give your booster to, let's take a quick break and then we'll come right back and see what happens there. So, all right, we'll take 5 and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. Last we left off, Lupe, I think you were trying to hand off a regulation booster.
I
Is
was.
that kind of what I got from your ingredients to
Yep.
Rowan?
To see if it will cure any charmed or, well, fear, not really, but any charmed condition that might be on them.
All right, is it safe to like mix with other drinks like ale, water, or something like that?
That's a good question, and I think one for the DM.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's going to taste different because it's wine and chamomile, right? Yeah, so it's going to definitely have a different taste when you mix it, but I mean, it'll still work if it's mixed with other things.
Okay. All right.
So it's already going to be a flowery wine, which isn't that unusual, I would say. So you may not even really need to
All right.
mix it with anything.
I go to the bartender, ask him for like a cup of ale or something
Mhm.
like that. Strong.
Sure you go. Here you go. How many you need?
Just one. Just one.
There you go. Set you down in front of you.
Pay him.
You want me you guys are staying here. Is it easier if I just run a tab?
Sure.
You guys can settle up when you check out.
Yeah. Let me just leave you the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you, Legolas. I'll just start it right here.
Okay. All right. At that tab, and I put in the booster. What did I see the bar made? And secretly, by the way. What did I see the bar made?
Okay. So you're going over to Noel.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
All right. I go to hey. No. So something I noticed. You have been working really hard, and you deserve a drink.
Okay. She checks over her shoulder. She turns her back so
Okay.
that Chronic can't see, and she's like, and she just chugs this thing, boom, 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 and then she just sets it down and pushes over like it looks like it's in front of you,
How you
and then she
feeling?
goes,
Nice
You feeling
fake
fine?
burp.
Funny.
All right. So what I noticed? Have you seen any children around here?
all of a sudden her eyes start to roll a little bit, and she starts to blink,
Are you okay?
and then like her eyes go from just normal everyday sort of apathy that it seemed Noel had to realization, and then surprise and shock, and she goes, oh my god, oh, the children, what have you done, what? And she starts looking around, she goes, what
Stop.
have you done?
Take a breath.
What have you made me do? I'm gonna hit you. Oh my god! And she takes the glass mug and she smashes it on the table and she jabs herself in the jugular. And blood squirts out all over the table and she falls back dead. I mean, she almost took her whole head off.
Wait,
Can I
Everybody
do
else says, "What the hell? What?" Chronic's like, "What's going on? Oh my god! What?" And people start to come over.
hold
can I
on.
do a medicine check to stop the bleeding?
Yeah, I got any of my magic work on her.
Well, she nearly cut her head clean off.
Damn.
Nobody has Spare the Dying.
I have spare the dying.
I think I do too. Yes, I do.
Go ahead. Go ahead and give me a.
Oh, fuck.
I don't like this. I don't
I'll
like.
say you can use spare the dying on her if you like.
Okay, gonna do that.
We both cast it.
Um,
Me too.
and Addie actually is to her first and starts trying to, but she's like, "Oh my god!" I mean, there's just this huge gash. I mean, it looks like,
Wow.
yeah. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. Like, it looks like she's got a much bigger, wider mouth
Oh my
below
goodness.
her neck. And just blood everywhere, all over the table, spurted across everything. Rowan, I mean, it's on the front of you, on your jacket, and on the front of your tunic, because you were standing right there next to her. And Addie's like, "Oh my god!" And she's just way overhead. And Lupe, you step in and kind of like push her out of the way with your elbow a little bit, and you cast Spare the Dying, and all of a sudden the bleeding stops, and the wound sort of, it doesn't heal completely at all, but at least it seems like the bleeding slows and stops, and she becomes stable. But she's definitely unconscious, and she's definitely still real bad shape.
All right, I'm gonna give her a healing word.
Okay.
How the heck are we gonna explain this?
No idea.
Depression. Jesus. Fuck. Okay.
Opponent goes, what the hell happened, guys? I thought she was just wiping down tables.
I don't know. She just lost it. Come check on her.
Well, she's always been a bit of a nut. She thinks everything's out to get her. For God's sakes, I mean, it took me 2 years to convince her the cat wasn't trying to kill her. I mean, I've had that cat for 6 years. I found it in a barn. And she kept thinking, and now last night, all of a sudden, she was running around after closing, telling me that it was a witch's or some ridiculous thing like that. I mean, she's always been a bit of a nut, but I mean, she's never been harmful to herself or anybody else.
I've been playing with Crash doing tag, but I heard the commotion and I come in and I'm gonna give her a healing word also.
Okay, so you come in. All of a sudden, this little girl comes in and pushes her way through all these adults. They're like, "Oh my god!" And and you lay your hands down near her and give her a healing word as well. Which again, as each of you does it, the neck starts to pull back together. It's still real scarred, and there's still cuts and deep wounds, but it doesn't look life threatening as much anymore. She's definitely still unconscious.
I'll
And
I'll give her an arcane.
Crash comes flying in behind you, Cricket. It was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," and then he hits the blood, and he's like, "Zzzz," and he flops on his side and slides it over to the wall.
Crash. He could just stay there for a little bit. His legs are like this, like a little turtle.
Yeah,
It's pretty funny. I'm trying not to laugh because there
but
is
he's covered in
everywhere.
blood. But he's got.
Yeah.
I'm coming down because I can smell it. Because damn he
That's right.
knows.
All of a sudden, the door bursts open to the salty squash, and a gingerbread man comes in. This one looks a little different than the one you guys met earlier. This one has orange gumballs for eyes, and has like a little licorice star on his chest. And he's like, "The sheriff's here. I'm here. What's
Oink,
going
oink.
on? Who's causing all this racket?"
Oh my
Oink oink.
Who's that? He goes,
I'm not a very nice person.
"Who's causing
I'm-
this? Oh
I'm
my
just
god, there's blood
ignoring everybody
everywhere.
and attending
find
to
it
Noel.
funny?
Is this you?" He points at Lupe. Hey, you with the mask on, like you're trying to rob the place. Are you guys up to? Did you guys do this to this young girl?
No. She was just working. I was talking to her about stuff, and she just offed herself.
Or tried to.
Hey,
I'm gonna use an arcane surgery, which is 3d6 plus my intelligence. Let me see what that is. Plus 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. D6 plus.
Where is Cronus right now?
So that
He
is
is near you because he ran out from behind the bar when she got hurt and was trying to check out what's going on. So he was trying to figure out what the deal was.
so yeah,
So
17 points of healing for her.
okay, all right. Her whole neck completely heals. There's a slight pink scar that almost looks like a crease in her neck, like she's been like holding her neck down for a while and fell asleep that way. But she's still out cold. I mean, this it's probably going to take her a little bit of time. She lost a lot of blood,
Mm.
but she definitely heals her wound. And he goes, okay, so you're trying to help out a little bit, but this is a mess. Oh my God, look at all this blood. He turns to Kronik. He goes, Kronik, get your bar. Oh, gee, no, that's not going to work. Who's going to clean this up?
I can't.
Hey, little girl. And he grabs your hand, Cricket, with his soft hand. Come on, you come, little girl, you come with me and get out of all this nonsense. I'm going to take care of her so you guys can figure this out.
I just grab Cricket other hand and say, excuse me, what are you going for my daughter?
I'm fine.
Hey, I'm the law around here. I'll do what I please, elf, or whatever you're supposed to be.
Well,
Crash!
Yeah.
I call Crash and he starts trying to eat the sheriff's leg.
And the sheriff's licorice smile goes into a frown, and all of a sudden you feel, Cricket, you feel the hand on your hand starts to become more and more enveloping,
Oh, I don't like
And-
that.
and the sheriff goes from 2 feet to being large, so he's about 10 feet now.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
And he goes, I said, I'll take care of the situation here. And then he pops you with his other hand, Rowan.
Oh shit. Bitch.
That is, that's a 22 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
It's not gonna
Wait,
feel nice. You need
And
a
that's
cricket
10
pack some
points
punch.
of damage.
Can I try sleight of hand to get my hand out of his?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Oh,
And I'm going to say, what's that? Cricket?
Hang on a minute. I had an 8, but it's a +4.
So a 12. And let me give you strength. Nope. You slide out of his hand.
Oh, I did it.
You slide out of his hand. He's growing,
And I
which is
run.
becoming a little bit different. And I'm going to say roll for initiative.
All right.
Oh
As
my,
everyone else in the bar scatters. What do you got, Rowan?
Great.
Okay.
18.
Oh, excellent.
13.
12.
All right, so we have Francis, Cricket.
Do I roll for Crash?
He's with you.
Okay.
You guys will share initiative. Lupe, Rowan, and Gingerbread Sheriff will go last since he already started up the initiative. So Francis, what would you like to do? You've got first dibs now.
Great.
DM, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
When he hit me, was it like a backhand smack, or did he like send me flying?
No, he just kind of popped you with his
Okay.
his big gingerbread hand. It's like a mitten.
Mitten?
He doesn't have fingers.
Jeez, I did 10 damage? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, so it's clear that he's looking to hurt us, yeah?
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna shoot him with my pistol or my revolver.
All right, sure. Give me an attack.
All right, so run up, and I pull my gun on him. Like, I just hold it there.
Sure.
Like, don't move, or this is going through you. Give you a bad case of lead poisoning.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna hold. I guess I could hold that action, I guess. Since I'm not gonna shoot
Alright.
him, just like, don't move.
Okay.
Rowan, don't
He-
forget the milk.
He just growls at you. So what are you gonna hold for? When you can hold until something happens? What would you like to hold for?
If as soon as he attacks anyone else, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. All right. So Francis, you're holding. Cricket, what would you like to do? You just slipped out of his hand, and he's much taller than you now. He's about 6 feet taller than you are.
Well, I'd like to eat him, but I don't think that that's gonna work right yet. Nobody's in between me and him then.
No, you're the closest to
All
him.
right, I'm gonna do Tasha's caustic brew.
Okay. He beats that. He gets a 19.
Okay.
So does he take half damage or does he take none?
Yes, half.
Okay, so give me a roll.
Okay, so I just do the 1d4 then?
Yeah, that's fine. Or you can roll the 2 and just give me half of what it comes up with.
Okay. I had a 1 and a 2.
So 3, and it's usually round down, so 1. So he takes 1 point of damage.
Okay. But he has to use an action to scrape or wash it off.
Okay, good to know. It sizzles a little bit on him, but he's so big, it doesn't really, it hits him because he kind of dodges out of the way of it, but a little bit gets on him and sizzles a little bit, and he just goes, roar!
Oh, and then the homunculus gets a turn.
Yep, what's Crash gonna do?
I don't. I guess Crash is gonna have to hold because I never wrote anything down.
Yeah, it's in the front of your spell book.
I'm sorry. Force strike,
Okay,
and he can fly. So he's gonna go for the head here. Okay, 8
yep. And
and
what's attack
a 4.
plus? So 12. Yep, that hits. Just barely hits.
Okay,
Damage.
I rolled the damage, the 1d4.
Oh, that was your D4. Oh, gotcha. I thought, all right, so you rolled a 4?
Yeah.
All right, so Crash, like, all of a sudden, Crash just is propelled up into the air and
Yeah.
basically barks, and his bark, he's like, woo! And this force comes out of his mouth and hits the gingerbread sheriff in the side of the head, and he just kind of takes a stagger, and he takes 4 points of damage. And Lupe, you are up.
I am not terribly inclined to attack a sheriff. I will hold an attack with my dagger if he hurts Cricket.
Okay, so you're also going to hold. All right, Rowan. Now
I'm
you just
also-
got punched.
Can I also like try to say to the sheriff, like, stop it, you're
Yeah,
terrifying her. You're making her defend herself. Calm down. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Um,
Okay.
And I say, I'm so afraid. I'm not afraid.
all right.
She's just a child.
Go into my spell Bible. I am physically grabbing the words from my spell book and I am throwing it at him. I am casting magic missile at first level.
awesome. All right,
Uh, roll d4 plus my wisdom modifier, right?
yep.
Okay. Doing 6 damage.
6 damage.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast I'm going to cast spiritual weapon.
Awesome.
Alright.
All right.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapon. Yep.
My spiritual weapon is taking the form of a giant female angel, but the same size as he is.
Your is it a guardian or a spiritual weapon or spiritual guardian?
My weapon is taking the form of a woman, technically.
It takes the form of a what?
My weapon is just going to take a form as a tall woman, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that'll be set for you on your next roll. You can use that on your next turn because you've
Cool. Can I use my
activated it now.
interaction? Can I use the interaction to talk to the sheriff real quick?
Sure.
Okay, Sheriff, I think we got off a little bit on the wrong foot, but if we can just talk about this. We can all have a drink and talk about this and be great friends. All right, and my turn.
He just goes, I'll show you wrong foot. Suck my gumdrop buttons. And he pulls he pulls a purple
Buttons.
gumdrop off of his chest and he throws it at you, Rowan.
And Mez is clean till dinner.
And that is 12. Does 12 hit?
No, thank God. No, it does not.
Okay. It hits near you and bursts and like just starts and it kind of turns into like this goop of like gummy goodness, but at the same time, wherever it kind of splatters, it starts to fizzle and eat away at whatever it's touching.
Nice. Okay.
Francis, you were waiting for him to attack. He just attacked.
I shoot him.
Okay, give me an attack with your guns. You actually, I think you get at your level now. You get 2 shots, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
So a 6 and a 7.
Those do not hit. You shoot.
Wait, isn't it like it's a 1d10 plus?
No, your attack is your 20, d20, and then plus your
Oh.
attack bonus. Yep. I was gonna say those
I
are
was
pretty
rolling
low.
a d10.
No, that's for the
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, I was just rolling a d10 for that.
Nope.
Should have been rolling a d20. My apologies.
Yeah. You can tell this is our first combat ever.
In a hot minute, all right?
Well, in roll 20, it kind of did it automatically.
Yeah, you guys are
for me.
spoiled.
That's why I'm like, which one do I roll? It's fine.
I rolled a 10 and a 20.
All right. Your first shot, Francis pulls out double revolvers, and your first shot goes just past his head, and he kind of moves. But your second shot gets him from the other side, and so these 2 iron revolvers just fire off. One misses, and the other one gets him right in the cheek and blows a hole there. Give me damage.
I'm going to. That was a 2. And
Okay.
it's plus 2.
So 4 total.
Yeah.
Okay. And it blows a little hole, it goes straight through the gingerbread, and you can see light from the other side. And he just goes. It blows a hole right through. He goes, "Oh, son of a biscuit!" Lupe, you were also holding.
Till he attacked me, but he didn't attack me
He
now.
He
didn't.
did not
Attack
attack you,
Cricket.
so are you still
Cricket.
holding, Lupe?
Ye-
He's not a real
I-
sheriff.
Yeah. All right. Lupe still thinks this is a bad idea, but she's gonna attack. I get 2 attacks with my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is a 19. Second one's a 5.
Okay, the first one hits, second one misses.
Okay, and that's a whopping 2 damage.
Okay, so you sling out, you pull out your dagger and you slice across and catch a piece of gingerbread in his leg, and then as you come back, he kind of moves out of the way and you miss with the second one. But you slice him and you give and you get a little bit of damage. You do a little crease in that gingerbread.
I imagine he's not a bleeder, so deep incision's kind of useless.
He's not. The only thing that really seems to have done a lot of damage was Francis' shot, which blew a hole clean through his cheek, and slowly but surely you could see a little molasses dripping out of the hole.
Nice.
Okay.
Everything
Francis,
about
you're
this
top
is
of the order.
so weird.
So you get your next turn because you've been holding. So now it's your regular turn.
Oh,
Yep, you Francis.
oh, great. All right. Another 10 and 17.
17 hits. So again, your first shot. That I don't know. Are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
All right. So your left shot, you still need a little practice, but your right, the revolver you're holding in your right hand was aimed pretty true.
All right. Damage. Another 2. And that would be another. That would be +2. So that would make
Right.
it 4
Okay,
for the one that hits.
got it. You this time you catch him just in the shoulder and you blow a little chip off of his shoulder. And he goes roar, and then you see a little molasses dripping down there, and he goes ugh, and he wipes the molasses, and then he feels his cheek where you shot him, and he dips his finger in the gory hole of molasses that you blew through his cheek, and he looks at his hands, and he goes, "Now you've done it," and he just paints the molasses down his face like war paint. Hey, Cricket, it's your turn.
I'm gonna put on my bunny helmet
Nice.
All right, things are getting serious.
and I'm gonna take out my sickle. Because there's
So-
nothing creepier than a little kid with a sickle.
La 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 la.
I've got, how do I know if this is a 6 or a 9?
Should be
There's a dot. Okay, it's
on the bottom.
on the bottom. Okay, it's a 9 plus 3 for the attack.
That hits just barely.
And then a 6 plus 1 for the damage.
All right. So all of a sudden, Cricket, this little child you've been traveling with, and her dog, she's short. She'd kind of like scrunched down a little bit, getting away from this big gingerbread sheriff that's trying to attack you. And all of a sudden, she pulls out of her bag this metal helmet that goes on the top part of her face, but it has bunny ears. And it looks like it's been fashioned from a rabbit's face, much like she's wearing right now. But it's a helmet. And she puts it on, and then she pulls out a sickle. just a little hand sickle with a curved blade glistens, and she pops up with her endless energy as a child and just kind of does a quick somersault and slices the side up the side of his leg with the sickle.
No, sir.
And she does how much damage did we say you did?
7.
And she does 7 points of damage, which is the most out of any of you.
All right, no more sugar for you.
And his knee, his gingerbread knee buckles, and he almost falls. He kind of staggers and starts to favor his other leg.
I say, I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm gonna eat you all up.
Do you want to use your bonus action for Crash to attack?
I wanted to use my bonus action for guidance.
Okay.
Can I do that? So I'm gonna give guidance to Legolas because I think he's next. Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay. So you can add 1d4.
Actually, no, Lupe's after you, but then Rowan is after that.
That's all right.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Lupe, it's your turn.
Rowan, how much damage have you taken? I haven't been keeping track.
I have only taken about 10 damage.
Okay, that's not bad. All right. I'm gonna see if I have better luck with my crossbow.
Okay.
So let's see. That is a 15.
That hits.
Okay. And that's a D8 plus 1. And that's another 2 damage.
Okay.
Uh, Does my extra attack count for crossbow too, or just melee?
That's melee.
Okay, yep.
All right, so you do fire an arrow and it does hit and it sinks into part of his stomach. And then he just looks down, he pulls it out and he tosses it on the floor and it has little crumbs of gingerbread on it. And he goes, ow. Rowan.
All right. I am going to. Rowan is going to look at him, say this. Abracadabra! I am casting Tone the Dead. I'm gonna make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
That is a 18.
Yeah, he beats it. So you take half of 4 damage. All right. Okay. As my bonus section, I'm gonna command my spiritual weapon. I'm gonna say, Zara, fuck him up. My spiritual weapon is gonna do a massive right hook. To him. Okay. But bless and at D4, doing 14 damage. 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay, that's cool. It does about 4 damage. Wow.
Okay. So Rowan holds his hand out and speaks to this large energy woman that's standing near the gingerbread sheriff, and then she just hauls off, socks him in the side of his gingerbread face, and he just goes, oh, and he takes 4 more points of damage, and then he looks at her and he goes, that's rude.
So I was
Now it's his
attacking a
turn.
child.
Kidnap it, take away.
14 to hit. Cricket.
Yep.
That does hit. He was punching you with his big, soft, gingerbready, nutmeggy smelling fist. And he takes You take 10 points of damage, Cricket.
I don't like that.
He just absolutely, his big fist is bigger than your whole head, and it comes down and just whacks you and kind of staggers you back a little bit. And now it is, oh, he gets a second punch. I didn't know, I forgot about that. And then he swings at Rowan because you're the next closest. That is 25 to hit. And that is also, and that's another 10 points.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So he swings with the one hand. He comes down from above and just smushes on Cricket with his soft, spongy gingerbread punch. And then he turns with the other, his left comes around and pops you and knocks you back across the table. You don't go prone, but it knocks you like over onto the other side of the table you were standing on. And Francis, that brings your turn up.
Your turnip.
6 and an 18.
The 18, first one misses again, that left hand, but the second one hits.
I'm rolling so bad for damage. It's a 1 and then the +2, so it'd be 3.
Okay, 3. So you take another shot, just barely misses him, hits the roof. And then you take the second shot with your right hand, and it gets him right through an arm. Again, blows a hole right through the gingerbread. But he does take damage, and that starts to ooze also. So now he's got like 3 or 4. He's got 4 different oozing wounds of this molasses dripping down him. He's got molasses war paint across his face and his licorice scowl. And he reaches as he's in the midst of recoiling from the shot that you hit him in the arm. One of the older gentlemen who was at a table and has pressed himself against the side of the wall runs for the door. And just as he's about to get to the door, Gingerbread Sheriff reaches his big mitten out and grabs him, and he lifts him up and bites his head off. And then drops the corpse to the brain and goes,
Have you no mercy for the innocent bystanders? You're terrible, Sheriff.
Cricket, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try again with my sickle again.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 20 plus 3.
Oh, nat 20, excellent.
You're getting shown up by a child.
I got a 3 plus 1, so I got a 4 damage.
Okay, roll your dice. What's your dice? A D6?
Yeah.
Okay, roll that again because you did a crit because you had the highest roll you can have.
1.
So 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, so you slice again, and it takes off the rest of that leg. And he's like, oh, and he starts to drop, and he grabs himself on the bar and uses it almost like, for him, the bar is like waist high now. He kind of just holds himself up with that hand.
Yeah.
But his leg from the knee down just falls over.
Yeah, now Crash is gonna come at him for a 4th strike.
Okay.
So 14.
14 hits.
Okay. And then a 2.
All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
as he catches himself, Crash slides like down, gets all like crunched down underneath him with his butt sticking up and his tail wagging, and he goes, woo! And a force bark just fires out and hits him, and he almost loses his balance again from the force. But he's still on his feet. He's not looking great though. Not looking great at all. Lupe, where are you? You're kind of a little ways away now because you were using your crossbow, correct?
Yes, which I'll do again. So that is a 5, and that does not hit. And I will do a healing word for Rowan. And that is 10 points of healing.
All right. That does help Rowan. So you reach out and just whisper a word of arcane magic underneath your mask, and Rowan, all of a sudden, you just start to feel refreshed, and you not as sore as you were feeling from especially that second punch that knocked you across the table. And your bruise on the side of your face starts to heal a little bit, and you gain 10 more hit points back. And Rowan, it is your turn.
Ryan being really agitated from this. All right, I nod to Lupe saying thank you. I start speaking in Celestial, and I am casting Guiding Bolt at 2nd level. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Guiding Bolt a saving throw or an attack roll?
I believe it's an attack, but let me double check.
I think it's it's an
Yep,
attack.
make a ranged spell attack. Yep.
Come on. That's a +7. I think that's a 9.
A 9 total.
Yes.
That is a miss.
God. Okay. Bonus action. Zara. I just had Zara just like elbowing him in the head.
Okay.
My spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Okay. Doing 9 damage.
All right.
And my turn.
What's your spiritual weapon's name? Zara.
Yeah, Zara.
Zara. Zara just steps up onto a chair next to her, and then up on the table, and she jumps up. What color is her energy?
Her energy is like a bright red.
Bright red. So this bright red energy of this woman, and she just steps up onto the table, then up on a chair on a table, and then she gets, so she's up a good 3 or 4 feet above the gingerbread sheriff, and she just elbow drops right onto his head, and his head pops in to his gingerbread torso, and then the whole thing starts to shake, and you hear no, and then boom, and gingerbread and molasses and gumdrops and gumballs just rain
Watch out for
all
the
over
gumdrop.
the tavern, just all over the wall. You hear candy raining down, molasses. Francis, you get like a splat of molasses across your face, and
Ugh.
it just kind of explodes everywhere.
And that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
He actually says that too.
And then
Good.
Zara just turns to you and bows, and then she disappears.
Who's that? The bartender?
His
Oh.
spiritual weapon.
Oh, I misheard you. Sorry, Steve. Can I do a perception check to see whether we can eat the pieces of gingerbread?
Yeah, you can do that. I would actually say give me a survival check.
Oh, never mind. I rolled a 7.
It smells and looks delicious.
No, that's all right. Given what happened with the gumdrop before they got thrown in Rowan, I don't know if I want to risk it.
I'm gonna check on Noel, and I want to use a perception check to see what her condition is.
Right.
Is it perception that does that?
You guys
Probably
have
medicine.
Yeah.
Eh?
Probably
Medicine.
medicine check.
Medicine.
For her
I'll
condition.
roll medicine for that.
Did you guys set up a camp before I came in?
No,
Okay.
we rented rooms at the inn.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we're gonna get those rooms back.
Probably
Can we-
not.
I got a 3. Not
She
good.
is breathing. You can tell she's breathing, but she still seems unconscious. It was a lot of trauma that she went through.
Yeah.
We should figure out a way to bring her with us or hide her for a bit till we see the mayor. But now that the sheriff, I don't know if we want to see the mayor.
DM, I'm gonna take a quick look outside. Are any more people coming?
No, no. Matter of fact, most of the people had emptied out of the bar that could get out. And it seems like they ran to houses or buildings or whatever when the sheriff grew.
Okay. Where is the bartender? The barkeeper?
He's behind the bar. He was cowering behind the bar a little bit, but he's back there. Kronik is still there.
Cronus. Okay.
I think we should make him drink the thing so that we're like, hey, now you see what the real situation is. Now help us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
gonna
keep him away from any broken glass, though.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
restrain him if we could get him that.
We better restrain him so he can't hurt himself.
I have snare.
No.
Want me to use snare on him so he's hanging upside down?
Sure.
Okay. I put him in a
Okay.
snare and he steps into it and now he's hanging upside down.
Yes. So Cricket actually pulls out. Cricket reaches into her bag and she pulls out yarn and starts doing like a cat's cradle with her fingers, and then kind of tosses it, and all of a sudden it just glows and circle kind of goes on the floor. But it's
It goes invisible so he can't
it's
see it.
basically a set of trap. It's set a trap, basically, is what it has done. You do have to get him into it
Oh,
to actually set it off.
I say, hey, can you take 2 steps back?
2 steps. Why would I take 2 steps back? I mean, then I can't reach
2
the
steps.
bar. Don't you need help?
2 steps forward, 2 steps back. I don't know. Sometimes that works.
What's behind him?
Actually, Steve, he has to do a dex saving throw.
Yeah, but can I just throw him into the trap?
Give me a strength check.
Okay. Strength check. Oh yeah, that's plus 3, right? That's a good number. Natural 20 plus 3.
Yep, you beat him. He had a 15, but you got him because he's kind of a burly tiefling. But you just give him a quick shove and he's not expecting. He goes, what? And he steps back, and all of a sudden this magical looking yarn that's now energy just swoops up around his leg and pulls him upside down. And it's like he's just hanging about 5 feet above the floor, upside down, as if he's being held by a wire. Legolas, what the hell? I thought we were friends. What? Come on, man. What did I do to you? And he's trying to see you, but his apron is flapping down over his face. And he's like, hey, what the heck? And he's spinning.
We are friends. We had to do protecting on you.
Right.
It's like you don't even know.
I'm gonna
This
send
isn't
him back.
protection.
Give
This
him the
is
thing.
harassment. Tavern keeper harassment. There's a union.
Put it on our
I'm
tab.
sure there is.
Lupe, please give him the thing.
I'll step up and say, drink this and you'll understand.
Drink. I'm hanging upside down by my ankles here. What? I don't want
Just
anything
drink
from you
that.
people.
Francis just walks over and
Some-
lifts
some
him
is-
up just enough that he'd be able to drink it. It's like, all right. Move.
Some assistance holding his mouth open, Rowan, and his nose shut.
Then I walk over to him. No. Yeah, I help him. I just pry his mouth open.
Okay, give me.
Oh.
Give me.
I untie his aprons. Rings.
Hey, that's my apron. And coins drop out of his apron as you untie him. Hey, those are my tips.
You'll get
Do
them
not
back. You
worry,
won't
we will
get all
not
of them
take
back.
your tips.
All right.
He's spinning around. Behind him, it's just a wall that's got a large mirror on it, and it has like other bottles of like liquor and juices and different things he uses for drinks, extra glassware, and he's spinning around, and it's just him looking at himself. He's like, "What the heck?" But he's looking for a trap, but there's nothing. And he's like, "What is wrong with you? Hey, what the hell? I can't even." And all of a sudden, he notices and gets freaked out by the fact that Francis, he can't see you at all in the mirror. It's just the other three and him hanging.
Oh, no.
Damn here, duh.
What the
I
hell?
grab him so he's not spinning anymore. Just like hold him steady. So you can administer the potion.
Okay. Between the three of you, 4 of you working on holding him and everything and working his mouth and stuff, I say that it takes a minute or 2, but you do get it kind of in his mouth and kind of down his throat, up his throat, sort of. I mean, the way you're holding him, I guess he's able to drink it, against his will, but you do it. Yeah. And then it takes a moment again, but all of a sudden his eyes widen and he starts to like look around, and you can see almost like a fog starts to lift. And he goes, what have you done? What have you done? Oh my God. Oh my God. The children, what have you done? You're going to get us
Calm
all,
down,
you're going to
calm
get them all
down.
killed. And he starts
Calm-
like doing this, and he's
Just gonna
becoming
grab him and
hard
be like,
to
calm down,
hold.
man, pull yourself together.
You don't know what you're messing with here. You're gonna get it. Oh my God! What? Oh my God! And he looks around at the remains
Okay,
of
mister.
the remains of the gingerbread sheriff, which are just gingerbread pieces and goop and some candy. And there's 2 more gumdrop buttons out of the 3 because he threw.
Does
one at
anybody
you.
have a calming spell?
I wish I did.
Oh, calm. No. Can I roll persuasion? Can I roll persuasion? Try to like calm him down.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah. 11.
Yeah, he's got a 16. You did not help.
All
You
right.
tried to do as nicely as possible, Rowan, but he's like, "Oh no, get out! I can't trust you people. You almost tried to kill my barmaid, and then you blow up the sheriff. What the heck? You're gonna get them all killed. Oh
I
my
look at
God!
where all the
Oh my
children-
God!" And he starts clawing at his face.
Who
Oh,
are we?
I go,
Mister, no.
I go to Lupe.
Can I roll to grab his hand so he's like not doing that? Like,
Yeah, give me athletics.
all right.
As it's happening, I'm gonna go to Lupe. Like Lupe, if he kills himself, let's try not to save him. Okay. I got an idea.
This.
Rude.
I don't know why though. Why wouldn't we?
Believe me. Basically, I have the ability to speak with the dead.
Ah.
So,
Francis, what do you got?
2.
He rolled a 1.
Ow.
So, as weak and feeble as it seems, you actually are able to hold his hands in place.
Okay, sir, calm down. What happened to the children? We're trying to help them here.
I can't tell them. You just have to put me back. I can't. The more I talk, the more they're in danger. You guys just leave town. Get out.
Some alcohol.
How would we put you back?
I don't know. What did you do? I don't know. Oh my God! And he's just swinging, and you've got his hands now, but he's doing this because
Who's
you got
got
his hands,
them?
but he's still moving, and he's like,
Is it the-
He's trying to bite. I mean, he's
Is
becoming.
it the mayor?
No, I have his hands. He's restrained.
But-
We should probably ask about the mayor.
Mm.
I'm gonna go up.
And he
I'm
stops
gonna go-
talking, and he just
Okay.
starts shaking his head and getting angry, and then all of a sudden you see blood
He's
coursing
biting
from his
his
mouth
tongue.
and dripping down his face
Mister!
as he's upside down.
I was gonna give him a
And
nice
then-
little kiss on his cheek and
and-
say, I just don't want to be. I'm afraid. I don't want to be like all the other kids.
before you could say that, he just starts like, and then he closes his mouth, and then blood starts gushing from his mouth, and then he passes out. He actually faints, and half of his tongue falls out of his mouth. He bit his tongue off.
Oh, jeepers.
He
I
dead.
need to use magic or medicine to
He's
patch
not
that up
dead,
while he's.
But he passed out from the pain.
Anybody at least have a healing word or cure wounds to put his tongue back on?
Yeah, I can put his tongue back on without waking
Maybe
him
we
up, I
don't
think,
use
right?
that elixir for a bit.
Yeah.
Can Mindy reattach his tongue?
No, because it's a healing thing. You could, if it was like the tongue of a statue or something, you could fix it. But because it's a person, it's a little different.
All right. All right. So I told the group, guys. Long story short, we can probably question him if he dies.
Yeah. How do
My,
we put them back?
what'd you say?
How do we put them back? I don't want us to leave and then the two of them just kill each other.
I'm not sure. It's probably better if one of them dies, so we can question him. I'm not sure
I
about
think
the
we
boss.
should. I'll deal with her. I'm gonna take her up to my room and tie her to a chest. So if she does come to, she can't hurt herself.
Okay.
Are you guys
Gag
going
in her
to?
mouth to protect her tongue as well.
Are
Yeah.
you guys going to leave the remains of your battle and the pieces of sheriff all over the tavern, or are you gonna?
I'm gonna cast precipitation to clean up the blood.
All right, so the molasses is all gone.
Okay.
There's still pieces of gingerbread man and stuff laying around.
All right. I am just trying to hide the evidence behind the counter. That's the best thing I can think of.
Okay. Are you doing it? Anybody helping Rowan, or is it just Rowan?
Well, then I'm gonna try that survival check. That's now.
Okay.
It's just an 8. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's okay to eat. Sweep it up.
Seems like it. Seems like it.
Is there
So-
a rubbish bin?
Yeah, there's a rubbish bin behind the thing. So
Just
Rowan,
throw
is
the
it
rubbish
just
bin.
Rowan, or is it more than Rowan that's helping clean up?
Oh, I'm not helping clean up. I don't want to do that.
No. So just Rowan. Rowan, give me an investigation check as you're cleaning up.
No, evidence as a crime scene. Investigation.
Mhm.
Okay. $13.
13. You take a closer look at some of the remains as you're picking up, and it's all the molasses is gone now, thanks to your prestidigitation. But the gingerbread pieces you're kind of throwing in the trash bin behind it. You've got like part of his hand or part of his head, like half of his face in your hand, and you're starting to pick up some other pieces. And like like a lady walks in the door, and she's like, "Oh, hey, crap!" And she just like turns around and walks out. She doesn't want to be a part of anything that's going on here. So as you clean it up, you remember he had 3 gumdrop buttons. He threw one at you. The other 2 are there. As you're picking them up, you get a chance to look at them a little harder. And you just gained in your possession 2 gumdrop grenades.
Oh, snap.
And you might want to write this down. They do you use a melee, you use a range attack to throw them. They've got a range of 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yep. And they do 3d6 plus 1 acid damage.
Damn. Okay.
Yep. And if well, tell me when you got that down, because I don't want to get ahead of you.
Okay, got it.
3d6 plus 1 acid damage, and then the person, if the person is hit or the creature, they have to make a con DC.
Con DC.
Yep. If they fail the con DC, they're grappled because the gumminess is all stuck around them and it can't move.
Okay.
Um,
They gotta make a con save.
They have to
Oh.
make a con. They have to make a con save against your DC.
Okay.
Or they're grappled for a round.
DC.
So,
For 1 round, right?
yep. And that is where we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Next week, we'll continue with session 3. So for all of us here at Roll Again, I am DM Steve. And until next time, just keep playing.